I think the nicest thing about this question is that someone actually realized that I still do have bad memories of what happened and that I still do have to cope. We talk about being a wounded healer, and I think that is the essence of it. Yes, I still have to cope with memories of what happened, sometimes more than others, sometimes new memories that I never had before. This is all coping skills. I think over the last 20 odd years, I've learned coping skills, how to handle my flashbacks, how to understand where my feelings are coming from, how to sit and analyze what's going on with me. And I'm not always an easy person. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't really see of me, because what they see is this image of someone who's selflessly giving of herself to help these other people, and they don't really see that a lot of what I get out of it is healing for myself. So in a way, that's kind of selfish, I suppose. But you learn how to cope with those memories by learning the techniques. So I use grounding techniques, and I use meditative prayer. I pray a lot, actually, and it helps, but prayer alone isn't enough. You actually have to teach yourself things. I use things like affirmations every morning to remind myself who I am. I have spent many years rewiring my brain so that I don't believe all the horrible and degrading things that I've been called. So I think that it's an ongoing process, and that it's a skill that you learn, and then it's a skill that you have to implement over and over again. And it's very sad for me to see people who have no idea how to handle their flashbacks, and I really don't understand why this is not something that we teach survivors from the get-go, of how to handle those nightmares and how to handle those flashbacks and what those things mean. So obviously I have flashbacks like everybody else does from abuse, and if you don't know what that is, I will maybe trigger off a smell or a sound or a song or a place, and then how it works is it brings you right back into that moment where you see and feel all of those things again. Basically, I believe that when that happens, it's because you need to remember that and heal that memory. You need to find a way to understand what happened. And some of the things that happened to me were very traumatic and have taken many, many years for me to get a handle on. But I still do have triggers, and I am very proud of myself that I can actually trigger flashback and recover in company without people really noticing, unless they know me very well, that there's something wrong with me. And I think anybody can do that. I think living with PTSD is very difficult. I find it hard at times, especially when it's new memories that you have to really work through again from scratch, that bring back all the feelings of guilt and fear and filthiness that really get to you, and sometimes they're really hard to cope with. But like I say, it's an ongoing process, and I do it a lot, and I think that's why people don't really understand sometimes that the effects of what happened to you can last a lifetime. I'm glad to say that some of my worst memories that I have at the moment have been healed, and when I do trigger or smell stuff, they go away. I actually on one occasion managed to replace a bad memory with a good memory, and so I'm working on that technique, and hopefully I'll be able to teach that to others.